Attention veterans. Hi, I'm Richard Accato. I'm a proud veteran just like you. I recently helped one of our fellow veterans refinance their home. They got money out to fix up their backyard and build a fancy deck. And we still saved this guy $467 a month. With the rates coming down, you need to call me today at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com. It's a free 5-minute phone call. Zero risk, no money up front, no money out of your pocket. Close, make sure your next payment 25.
Richard Accato Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
All right. The story that I found just a little while ago that we could only talk about during extra funny is so shocking, and it's meant to be shocking. And it is from something that an influencer did. So you know right away they're just doing it to get attention. And attention she has gotten. And it's so shocking that I just told Rob, because I have to put Rob's microphone volume way lower than everybody else's because he's so much louder than everybody. Lindsay is second loudest, and then it is I am the next, and Riggins is the lowest volume because Riggins refuses to speak into the microphone the way that it works. You know,
he's only been doing it for
20 years.
Yeah,
he might as well just put his microphone out in the parking lot.
You can't hear me on anything. Anytime I go back and listen, I'm like, you can't hear me at all because I'm way back here.
Yeah, 10 feet away from it.
yeah.
But anyway, everyone will be shocked and disgusted. We may even need to give a vomit warning that you could possibly vomit. So we'll expand on the whole thing, break it down, and for as long as we can talk about it without getting sick. That's coming up next.
More extra funny next.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf.
When you call Brad & Brothers, you're not only getting industry-leading equipment for heating and cooling, you're also gaining peace of mind. With over 1,000 reviews and over 50 years in the business, that confirms the superior service they provide. For HVAC and electrical, they will give you the ultimate customer experience. BradandBrothers.com.
Welcome to Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
I'm a little squeamish about things. I love movies about serial killers and things like that, but when they start showing the blood and all of that, I can't take it. So I turn away until all of the actual killing is done. And my wife is better with gore like that because she used to work in the medical field. She was she worked for, she was a dental assistant, so she's used to seeing all that kind of blood. And she worked for a urologist at one point.
What? How did I not know this?
Yeah. But this story is about an influencer from Brazil. Her sister is also an influencer. Sampani and her sister Rafaela are known as the X-rated Kardashians online. So she's all about shock. And she has her Halloween costume, and it is Chucky. She's a Chucky doll for Halloween. Now, Lindsay, at one point you were a Chucky doll one year for Halloween.
I was.
And she was quick to tell everybody she was sexy Chucky.
Not the real one, but sexy.
Yeah. But this one is not a sexy, cute Chucky. This is scary Chucky. So scary that she wanted to have blood on her, like she had been killing people and their blood got on her. And she used her blood.
No. No.
Oh, from
Yeah, from her woman lease.
ooh.
You're,
Told you.
you're mentally messed up, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Sure.
No normal person does. I mean,
Right. And she just says she wanted it to be as authentic as possible. And she said, I've gotten a lot of criticism from friends and even family. I don't care. If somebody in my family came and said they were doing that, I'd say you need to be locked in an asylum somewhere.
100%.
Is it just the fact that she collected it? Is that what makes it the craziest?
No, it's putting it all over herself. I mean,
Right.
because it's everywhere on her. Look,
So the whole
it's
thing
on her
is-
face. It's on her
Oh,
legs.
God.
It's everywhere.
And seeing the picture, it's way worse than what I had thought.
Yeah.
Like on your face, it's like in her mouth. Are you kidding me? And I know it's your own, but still.
Oh, I am gonna throw up. I think.
Yeah, it is disgusting. All down her legs, everywhere.
And did she do that? Because there's some people out there that think that's, there's weirdos everywhere that
No,
think
and-
that's hot.
I don't know. I guess maybe, but I think most of the guys that probably, pay for a subscription to her OnlyFans probably would say she's so hot it doesn't even matter. That's not what I want. I don't like it. I'm not turned on by that, but she's so hot she could do whatever she wanted. I wouldn't care.
Do you think she could sell that like some people do? Their farts and stuff?
Probably, yeah. There's some freaks out there.
Wow. And then she goes and tells everybody that's what
Yeah.
it is. I mean, that's a whole other level. Like, you
Yeah.
could have just painted your costume, or whatever, but telling everybody that's what this is,
Yeah.
you're a freak.
Yeah, but it goes back to now they're from Brazil and the story's gone, been picked up by worldwide global news organizations. So she probably get a lot more followers now.
Yeah.
Subscribers, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
to OnlyFans.
Wow.
Well, that's the bottom of the barrel for me. Like
Yeah.
I mean, you've
you
thought of that.
Would you stop being friends with somebody who did that? Like you've been friends, you got along so well, for years you've been, in the tight friend circle group, and she did that with her costume.
Yep.
You'd stop being friends.
Because at that point, I feel like you're going to murder me in my sleep. Like your thoughts have gone that deep. Like, no, we're not hanging out ever
And
again.
you can't trust that person around your kids.
No.
You're right.
No.
That's now that you bring that up. Yeah, we're not even. I'm blocking you. We're not talking. I'm moving my house so you can't find me.
Lindsay's like, oh, I forgot about my kids' safety.
Right. I wasn't even thinking about that. I just thought she was going to murder me.
That didn't even occur to me.
Didn't even. Yeah.
That
I was
is
single for a
wild.
minute. Oh my god.
But what if you're not in any type of a costume contest where there's a cash prize or something, and adults that put so much work into their costumes, like months building things in the garage and, figuring out ways to hook up some sort of an electronic to their costume and all that. Because we used to do a costume contest every year, this big Halloween concert that we did outdoors. And some of the costumes were elaborate. I mean, like this one year, this guy had a thing where he had a bubble around his head, and then there were lights inside the bubble. And I mean, it was crazy. But they were competing for cash.
Yeah. It's motivation.
But some of them were so elaborate that the cash wasn't even. You're not even making your money back. So
Right.
they're just
They
wanting to
spent
do
so much on it.
Yeah. $500. Your outfit with 3,000. Like, what do you mean?
It's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Do you remember that year, Riggins, when Gwen was the girl on the show and she came to the big Halloween concert and all, and she was wearing a Robin Hood costume? And when we introduced her on stage, I said her costume was called Throbbing Hood. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She's like, what?
I'd never be able to get away with that in 2024. I'd be locked up somewhere.
They might have done that.
Yep.
Throbbing Hood. That's crazy.
But yeah, I don't care how pretty a woman is. If she's doing this kind of stuff with her costume, it's just gross. She might as well just not have any any teeth and have worms crawling out of her ears.
Yeah.
Is really.
You know, that's just disgusting.
And then you question her hygiene just in general in everyday life. You have to, right?
Yeah, I would think so because that can't be safe. That's not good to put in your mouth?
Well, and other people touching you. Like, think about if you gave her a hug, then it's on you.
Yeah, you
But
can't do that, can you?
I'm only hoping that she's lying just to get attention and all of that stuff for the shock of it. I'm hoping that she really didn't do that.
Right.
Because I'm hoping that there's not somebody that deranged out there, even though they're in Brazil and not close to me.
Yeah.
That type of person, if you're that deranged, you don't need to be out amongst innocent people.
Yeah.
You're a danger to society.
And some things you just got to keep to yourself. I mean, just shut up. I mean,
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of freaks out there, but they don't go around like bragging about how creepy they are.
But she knows she's hot, so she thinks she can do that, but she can't. I mean, she thinks, well, I'm beautiful. I'm gonna just say whatever. I
Yeah.
can do whatever.
Yeah.
No, honey,
Rob,
you
is
ain't
there-
that hot.
Is there anybody that you think is beautiful enough to be able to do that, and then you still want to be around them later
No,
after they clean up?
no, because blood in general, I don't enjoy looking at. And if you're putting your own blood back onto you, I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it.
All right. What are you, Riggins? What are you more forgiving of? If she did this with her costume to make it authentic, or put diarrhea on her?
Oh God!
It's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. I'm going to say the diarrhea is not as crazy as the blood.
Yeah.
That was tough. That's tough. That's a good question. But I think that's crazy. There's a level of I don't know. I mean,
To
it's
think
insane.
of that though,
To
there's
think
a
of it, yeah.
level of
You're sadistic.
Yeah.
I think the blood is better because when you just brought that up, I started feeling sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Which one though would get you? I mean, if you're being exposed to it, and which would have the better chance of getting you physically sick though?
The diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be.
Yeah.
What is that?
You're
And the
sepsis
bacteria,
or something?
the bacteria in it is more than blood, I think.
Yeah.
and you know what that is on anybody. If you
Yeah.
didn't know that was her own blood, okay, well,
Yeah.
but you know, it stink.
Yeah. It's like a piece of corn on you.
Yeah.
I can't even pick up dog poop.
Disgusting.
But Lindsay, maybe you would have won that costume contest that year if you would have gone the extra mile with your Chucky costume.
That's the first thing I thought of was I would have won that $500.
Was it actually a sexy? Because people say, "Oh, it's a sexy version." Was it actually sexy? I don't remember the costume.
I mean,
Was it?
that was
sexy?
my good days where I
really?
looked decent. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was. I thought
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how old were you?
20. I don't know. I have to go back and look.
You don't have a picture of it?
I'm
You don't
sure
have
I
one?
do. 24, 25.
That's a great age.
That's a
Oh,
great
they're
age.
so
That's a
cute at
perfect
that
age.
age. I love them at that age.
And it was a little boy's costume that I bought. That's how tiny I was, and I cut it and sewed it and like made it. So I was in like a youth size 14 or something.
You felt good about yourself.
Now I'm in a extra. Just kidding.
I love the way she can talk about a boy's costume being sexy.
Yeah, that kind
A
of.
little
Got a
boy's
little boy's
costume.
costume.
Yeah.
It was hot. And she cut it up. What were you cutting off of it?
The
Was that-
legs, like it was pants. I made it really short shorts, and I cut it like a V-neck, like my cleavage
yeah.
was. Yeah, it was cute.
Right. You're speaking my language, Chucky. Chucky.
Hey, the costume ain't winning nothing itself, but that cleavage.
All the good old days.
Ooh, y'all ought to give her the damn prize money right now. What y'all ought to do. But there were some women at those things that we used to do that if it weren't Halloween, they'd probably get, told they were indecent exposing themselves in public. I mean, they would just
yeah.
go crazy.
Mine wasn't that.
No, hers was not. I mean, but yeah, some of them, especially they would get, if they could do gory stuff, they have blood and scars on their faces and everything. they would sometimes think that they could wear less clothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're drawn to, it's supposed to be just a scary kind of thing, but at the same time, they say you're not paying as much attention to the fact that my boobs are out.
Right.
It's to distract you.
My ass is hanging out of the bottom of my pants. So, if you want to take your costume, I guess the moral of the whole thing is if you want to take your costume to the next level, you really gotta put in the work.
Yep.
As the kids say, you got to do the work.
Do the work.
Do the work.
It's Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
Hey, we're here again with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, with the interest rates falling, that affects so many people in a good way, especially, we just talked to one of your clients who's a veteran. I know you're a veteran, and there's something special for vets all the way around with this, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a fantastic time. If you're a veteran, you can refinance your house. You can just do it for rate and term. It's very easy. It's very fast. If you need some cash, we had one Marine that wanted to build a fancy deck and a great big backyard kitchen, and we still saved this guy $467 a month. He was able to improve his home and save $467 a month. That's how much the rates have dropped.
That is incredible.
Yeah, all you gotta do is call me at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Yeah, it's a free 5-minute phone call, and chances are, if you get to speak to Richard, he'll be on his way for a big appearance, the way celebrities do and all that. But still, call him today or go to homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.